Hello, Tarottube. Hello, Tarot community. Hello, Facebook, wherever you're watching me. I've tried to record this a couple times today, and unfortunately, life has been lifing, so maybe I won't have to pause on this attempt, and maybe this will give me the kick in the bum to learn how to use some video editing software so that I can record in bits and pieces as I go and not have to do a sit-down long video. If any of you have video editing software that you love and adore that doesn't cost the earth, please let me know in a comment and I will look into it this week. But anywho, I'm not here to talk about video editing software. I'm here to talk about these two decks that have entered my tarot collection in the past week or so. You probably can't tell from my accent, but I do live in New Zealand, and the tarot world here in New Zealand is very small in terms of folks who like the same kind of tarot decks that I do. And so, because of that, I don't see decks like this pop up locally very often. And let me tell you, I was so excited when I saw these two pop up in my city on Facebook Marketplace for an amazing price. And the person who was selling them, for whatever reason, decided to move them on and was selling them well below asking price, well below what I would pay new. And also, they weren't trying to recoup any shipping costs to New Zealand, which I find very refreshing because shipping to New Zealand is expensive, and I do understand that people want to recoup, some losses if they decide they don't gel with a deck. But I think she just wanted to move it on just to move it on, and she wasn't really worried about charging an arm and a leg, which I respect very much. Anywho, without further ado, I now am the proud owner of Pagan Otherworlds Tarot and the Supra Oracle. I never thought I would get either of these decks because of living in New Zealand and also not being able to afford them new. I do try and buy secondhand where possible. And that has definitely made my tarot collection not grow as fast as it used to, but I'm okay with that. And now I get to be more intentional about what I introduce to my collection. So when I saw these pop up, I was just like, holy crap. I think I messaged her and was like, please tell me they're still available. I'm so excited. I was definitely fangirling. Anywho, more exciting than that is they also came with the books, which is super exciting. So I've got the Tarot Notes from the Pagan Otherworlds, which I've just gotten a little mark of candle soot on, and Supra, the Hidden Path of an Oracle. And both of these were still in the plastic. Both of these decks are still sealed, which is really cool. And honestly, I have heard so much about these decks, and I have seen some of the cards, so they're not, it's not like a complete surprise to me, but I am surprised that the boxes are textured. I find that really cool. It does make me wonder if this is the same printer as Playful Heart Tarot, because that's one of my most favorite decks, and the boxes seem to be very similar in the fact that they've got these nifty seals on the top, and the inside of the box is also printed, which you don't see often, but the inside of, I think, both boxes are printed. Yeah, so isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous red interior on that one. This video is just going to be a walkthrough of Pagan Otherworlds. I will try and record Supra tomorrow evening and get that on my YouTube channel, but I just wanted to say, yay, look what I have. I'm so excited. Anywho, over to the book. I'll go through that first. The one thing I noticed off the bat is there are no page numbers in this lovely book, which I will probably not struggle so much with tarot because I know the basic order of any tarot deck. But it still is a little annoying to me. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy a page number and I enjoy a table of contents in any book. So if you're considering making a tarot deck with a guidebook as chunky as this one, please consider putting a proper table of contents and page numbers in it, just for people who might not be as familiar with the system as other people. Just looking, yep, no index. So, okay, all right, I see you artsy fartsy people. Minor gripe over. I will simply read this introduction really quickly. It says, dedicated to you, which I find lovely. Tarot notes from the Pagan Otherworlds, an Uusi publication, or Uusi, I'm not sure how you say it. First printed, or this publication in 2017. This is the 5th edition of this book. Authored by Linnea Gits. And they go through the Seeker, the Major Arcana, the Wands, the Cups, the Swords, the Pentacles. And then there are some Luna cards. I think there are 5, which have the moon phases on them. But it says how inventive life is and how interconnected we all are as we make our unique journeys on this beautiful planet. Our earthly history here is, to some extent, shrouded in darkness, but we certainly came from the abundance and grace of nature. It is where our roots lie. Nature is also our fate star, our future. We are deeply connected to its patterns and movements, nourishment and energy. To appreciate and respect its transitory, wild, and life-giving powers is to better understand and appreciate our own. And what have we learned from nature that is so powerful? Long ago, mankind uncovered this very simple but potent lesson. When one life connects to another life, it causes patterns to emerge which make things happen. Miraculous events that make us aware of the magic that lives in the universe and each other. In short, we learned that the power of connectivity, and we learned to imagine the future. Our inspiration for this tarot came from the everyday magic and wisdom of nature. Some of humanity's most ancient symbols and folkloric narratives, like those found in the tarot, are bewitching representations of our natural world, created and arranged to connect us to nature and each other more meaningfully. And meaning combined with knowledge is humanity's unique superpower. Though we do not subscribe to fortune-telling, we truly believe that a tarot deck is an impressive meditative tool for unlocking the truths and creative narratives within you. It allows you to better understand and appreciate yourself as you are, and to explore the potential of who you might become. This self-knowledge gives meaning and purpose to your life, links you to your past, centers you in the present, and provides a sense of clarity and hope for a future that connects you to this planet and to those who share it with you. And now, more than ever, we are grappling with finding meaning and purpose within modern environment, intent on running at a machine's pace, fast-moving, ever-changing, efficient, and always striving for shiny perfection. We need objects and practices that ask us to stop, to reflect, and above all to allow us time to be human. Time for metaphysical thought, that spacious wandering through our imaginations, asking the questions our souls have always been in search of. Who are we, and what are we for? The purpose of those questions is not to find the exact answer, but to feel alive in the presence of limitless possibilities this world offers us in response. For many, throughout history, the tarot has been an object used to channel those mystical, meandering, soulful questions. It frames those questions within the images and symbols of the collective memories that hold us together, offering guidance through the wild, beating heart of the universe. Viva Tarot! Linnea Gits and Peter Dunham. So I think this deck was illustrated by Peter Dunham, and Linnea has done the guidebook. So I am actually, I am still pretty impressed with the guidebook. There's still a few chunky paragraphs on each card, plus the black and white image of each card, and keywords, which is nice. And a few of them, like the High Priestess and the Lovers here, the Chariot. It seems like every 2 or 3 cards we get a larger zoomed in version. I don't think that happens in the minors though, so the minors maybe a little bit less of descriptions, and I think that's okay. I do love the art style of this deck, so I'm super excited to dive into it and start to learn it. I've just skipped forward through to the Luna cards. And so these are meant to work with the moon cycles. So there's new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, and the full moon. Oh, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent. And that's the last one, I think. Yeah, so how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 moon cards, which makes sense. I have to check. I think these are technically backwards for the southern hemisphere, which I always giggle at. So I will double check that on my own time and come back to you on that, but it always makes me laugh. So yeah, there's the book, nice and chunky. Super excited to have that in my collection, and to have found it with the deck when I purchased the deck. But now I will get to the actual cards here. So the card backs match the box, which is really lovely. The box has this textured feel to it. It's almost, what's the opposite of embossed? Imprinted? Ooh, there's a card hiding in here. There we go. But it is lovely. It has that lovely antique look to it, which I really like. And I'm not sure which version is this is, but this one says 2016. So I don't know if it's first edition or second edition or third edition. I am unsure, but I might look it up. I might not. I don't know if I care which version it is. But anyway, here we go. Here is the flip through. There we go. Maybe down just a little bit. I think that looks good. All right. So right off the bat, we've got this almost like fountain pen feel to the titles of the card, which I love because I do enjoy a good fountain pen. And to me, it almost looks like some of the illustrations could have been written in fountain pen. So like the branch itself kind of looks that way, but it really just gives that old painting vibe, which is really nice. And I think the whole deck has a bit of a, is it sepia feel in the color tone. So the color palette is just warm and creamy, if you will. That looks really good. So I'm just going to start flipping through here. Oh no, it's upside down. There we go. Sorry about that. It was that one card that's stuck in that box. There we go. So Ace of Wands, then the Two of Wands. I take back the fountain pen in the actual art on these. It does look more like paintings. And I guess only the ace gets the title in the suit. I find it interesting there's no people. But you still get the vibe of each card based on the, the Rider-Waite-Smith. The sort of feel is the same, if you know what you're looking for. I have to say the wands feel a lot more like pentacles to me, just because of all of the evergreen foliage. But I'm digging it. So now we're at the cups. It's a gorgeous chalice there. I like the way 2 of them are upright and 3 are facing down. And there is the cover image for the guidebook. Onto the swords. I appreciate that the knights and the pages look much more rugged than they do in other decks. Like there's an actual lived experience quality to these people. Yeah. I probably did not explain that very well, but I like how they look like they have been outside for ages, you know? I love this Ace of Pentacles here. I think it's so beautiful. It's got a little pine cone in the middle. love the seasonality there. So we've got winter for the 5, showing that struggle and that, you know, lack of resource. And then the spring, where everything comes to life again, and there's abundance and resources flowing. Looks really good. We still have the bird of prey with the hood on. And look at all that growth. This is such a cool deck. I'm so glad I got it. And that really shows a well-established, you know, manner with the hunting dogs. Oh, he looks tired, doesn't he? Gorgeous horse, though. Now we're into the major arcana. You can really see how the King of Pentacles and even the Queen of Pentacles have a touch of the Emperor in them. The Hierophant looks very much like a shaman. I haven't even shuffled this deck yet, but I've heard it shuffles like a dream. I might shuffle it at the end and talk about the cardstock. There's our Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. He does not look like he's having a good time, does he? He doesn't look as peaceful as the Rider-Waite-Smith version. That looks really uncomfortable. That is a stunning death card. Wow. That is a wild devil card. It looks like he's almost made up of skulls. It looks like he's just covered in hair. The Tower. Pretty dramatic. The Star. I think this might be the first star card I've seen that looks like it's, you know, broad daylight. Although I'm trying to rack my brain for other ones, and I'm drawing up a blank right now, unfortunately. The good old moon card. The sun. The world. And then here are the moon cards. They all have this lovely iridescence to them, which is really cool. I like that it's not like a solid holographic embossing, but yeah. It's like textured, but not. I can't describe it. Wait a minute. Was that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only got 5 cards here. But in the book there were 8, so that's interesting. Maybe I need to go find 8 more moon cards. Or I guess, actually, I wonder, I'll have to do my research. Pardon me for not knowing this already. But I wonder, with everything but, you know, everything but the new moon and the full moon, you can just read them as, you know, reversed, and they will be the opposite of what they are. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. Let's get to shuffling though, shall we? Now, I have already heard from a great many friends on how lovely this cardstock is. So, I will not be surprised at all. Oh, that's so satisfying. I love that so much. Yeah, this very much reminds me of, Playful Heart Tarot. Actually, I wonder if I should grab that and just have a look at the cardstock. Playful Heart Tarot and also Myria Tarot both shuffle like this. Although obviously Myria Tarot is a wider card. Probably about the same height. But let me... Where is my Playful Heart and can I grab it? I cannot. But what I can do is grab the box. Hold on 1 second. I grabbed the box because that's what I had in reach. And I really do think this is... Yeah. They must be the same printer, right? I'm not crazy. Yep. Printed in Taiwan for Expert Playing Card Company. Expert Playing Card Company, you are amazing and expert. You print my favorite tarot decks beautifully. So thank you so much for existing, because your decks are a dream and I really enjoy them. And thank you so much to the Uusi deck creators, or Uusi, for picking to go with that company, because this is beautiful cardstock. It does shuffle like a dream. It is very thin, but it does have a spring to it. Can you hear that in my mic? I love that. This is the best. So I hope you enjoyed that really brief flip through. I will do Super Oracle maybe tomorrow. But again, this was Pagan Otherworlds, and I'm so happy that I found it. Huzzah! Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have Pagan Otherworlds, if you enjoy it, what your favorite cards are from the deck, what kind of readings you find it's good for. I haven't done a deck interview yet, but I want to soon. So maybe I'll report back, but I would love to hear your experiences with the deck. Hope you have a good day. Thanks.